So, the real reason behind the chaos in yourself, that you are not able to see that you are confident, because you don't have the clarity in yourself. You don't find the confidence in yourself because you are already very confident person in your life. The only reason is that you don't able to find out the confidence, the unique confidence you possess in yourself, because of the chaos inside you. Chaos of borrowed personalities, chaos of validation, chaos of each and everything, doing for anybody else, not for yourself. Chaos for impress everybody. This is why you are not able to feel confident. But if you say that, oh my god, I'm not confident enough to show myself in the places where I need to be, you are. You are confident, impressive. The only thing is that it get buried into the chaos of a lot of voices in yourself, because you are not living one personality, you are living a lot of personalities. This is why you feel the problem to find your confidence. So the reason behind this chaos, the reason behind these voices, the reason behind these traits, these borrowed personalities, it is not you possess. It is you get inherited from your surroundings, from your families, from your neighbors, from your peers in the school. You get it. And because you are living that continuously, that chaos get compounded enough, so that when you get matured to find your inner voices, but because you have lived that borrowed personalities, that chaos, that repeated voice, you are not able to live your life, your inner voice. So that inner voice pushing you hard enough to possess that, but you are not able to do that because you are living something else, the chaos, the buried voices, the borrowed personalities. Because of that, you are not able to feel the confidence, because otherwise you are very confident person. And how would you find that inner voice of yourself? How would you find your personality with full of confidence? You need to know about that, because you are not one who are going to live your whole life in these chaos, imitating the borrowed personalities from your parents, from your siblings, from the neighbors, from friends, peers, teachers. So, in this episode, you are going to find the presence, confidence from chaos. You will change your chaos into presence. So, hey, this is Poornima Shukla, your host, an emotion and empathy partner, and this is Beyond the Obvious. And I am welcoming you in this, my first podcast, so that we can understand the unshakable confidence, which which will become from chaos into presence. So we are discussing about the chaos, right? And this chaos will lead you to the presence what you need, lead you to the confidence what you need. And how it will happen? Because true confidence is not about the thing that you can speak up in front of people, you can shout in front of people. You know, true confidence is the clarity, the values, the preferences, which is yours, not anybody else. True confidence come from the values you think that you cannot tolerate even anybody not seeing you. For example, if you are not able to tolerate one, let's say, abusing word for the woman, even though it is said in the mocking, means jokingly, or even it is said in the comment section, not for devaluing someone, but just because they are fun in the moment, enjoying the moment, so they use this kind of, in these days people used to use kind of abusive word to each and everyone, especially for the woman, although we abusive words made on the women's only, but you are not able to tolerate that. That is the value, that is the value you possess, and you need to find out all these voices, all these values, all these preferences of you. This is the clarity. You are able to find yourself into all those voices that, oh my god, don't speak too loud, you will be like, you will show that you are attention seeker. Don't do this, don't do that. These kind of words, when you listen, these are the insecurity. You live all those life when you are not get matured. When you get matured, then your inner values, inner preferences, inner clarities, inner voices will be talking to you, and you are not able to listen that, because you are living that borrowed personalities, that insecurities of the societies. you know True confidence comes from when you validate yourself, not seek validation from anybody else. It comes from when you sit with yourself. When you sit with yourself and don't abandon yourself. It is the absence of self abandonment. When you listen to yourself, that, oh, when it is saying that, oh my god, I want to do something else, don't force it to get hide. Don't suppress your inner voices. Sit with yourself, witness this, because this is what will lead you the presence you want to build for yourself. This is what will lead you to the clarity you want to build for yourself. This is what which lead you to build the confidence which you want to build for yourself. That is not to abandon yourself when your voices shout loud for you. The inner voices say that, oh, I am not able to do this, I am going to use my voices, possess my voices, and I will work on that. Listen to these voices which comes from yourself. Sit into the silence. This is how you will be able to know who you really are. Because when your voices are shouting loud for you, and you are going to use that in this external world, so people will say, people try to invalidate it. They will say that you are attention seeker. You are kind of bullshit, you are doing this. This is not going to work out. They will say these kind of words. But you have to sit with your voices. You have to stand with your voices. You know, because what we said, true confidence is absence of self-abandonment. So you need to know your voices and you need to stand with your voices. I will guarantee you that you know what is your values, what is your preferences, what clarity you possess, what kind of confidence you want. But you don't want to show because of the societal pressure, because of what they will say about you. You need to do that because you have to sit with yourself, let's say, in the silence and witness all those emotions going on. Witness that you are the second person. When you are witnessing that voices and acknowledge that, name that emotions, that this is fear, this is insecurity, this is borrowed voices, this is borrowed personalities, this is borrowed traits. This is not my personality. This is the insecurity from my parents. This is insecurity from my teachers. This is bully from my friends. This is bully from my peer. This is bully from my college. Listen to those voices, acknowledge that, name that, because when you are able to name the emotion, it will calm down, because brain understand the voice you say. That is what we say now, that always talk positive about yourself, because brain listen to you. So if your heart is saying something, name that, no? Name, so that your brain also get to know about that and get wired in that manner, because wiring of the brain is something which leads to the clarity of your life, and clarity leads to the confidence, because clarity is the confidence. When you are what we were discussing, when you are able to acknowledge your emotion, the voices from hurt, and when you are able to name that, it will calm down to such extent that your ideas will be emerged around surround that, so that you can execute those ideas to find out clarity, because it is also walking into the fog. When you are walking one step, the road will be like shown up, and again when you are walking, taking one step, road will be shown up. So you need to walk step by step to find the clarity and use those clarity into confidence. And let's say when any kind of thoughts emerge out, don't say that this is your identity statement. Don't say it as a truth. Say it as a sentence. Let's say if you are preparing for some exam. Let's say you are preparing for YouTube videos. Let's say you are doing anything you are just preparing for, and before you are going to do that, the fear will come into you, and you are saying though, oh my god, I'm not prepared enough, so I am failing. Don't say I am failing. Don't ever say I am failing. Say it feels like that I am failing. It feels like something like it feels like I get fail if I didn't prepare that much extent. Say it as sentences, not as the truth, not as the identity statement. Because when you are saying it as an identity statement, then it feels like you are saying this to your brain that you are not able to do that, so it will not happen. No matter how much you prepare, it will not happen. So you need to say all those overthinking as a sentence, not as truth, not as identity statement. Otherwise it will signal the brain as negative thing. Next thing to find out the clarity from chaos is somatic grounding. How would you do that? Whenever you urge to feel fear, overthinking, you know, the crowd inside you, the crowd outside you, the extreme emotion, just have the long breathing, long exhalation. As I always say in my videos, that somatic grounding is the most thing to calm you down, to calm your brain down. This is the only way you can convert your overthinking, your chaos into clarity, which in return leads to the presence you want to build for yourself. So somatic breathing is very very important in our life. We always, before, let's say we are going to speak in front of the podium, and we feel the fear, so have the long exhalation at least 6 times, and then scan the audience in front of you. So your mind come in your body, you know. It is not overthinking which is not already happened. It will come in your body as a present moment. So that present moment will create the presence. So somatic grounding is very 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 important thing in your life, in my life, in everybody's life. So practice somatic grounding. Once I have studied in one of the book, I think it will be The Slight Edge, in which Gay Henry once said, uh, a state where you feel that this is very easy, that this is very natural, this is the zone of genius. So find out the zone of genius, of your zone of genius. Like whenever I speak in front of people, it feels very natural to me. So no matter what I wanted to do, I ultimately land on this thinking communication, because it felt natural to me all the time. This is my zone of genius, I find out. So you need to find out what is your zone of genius, because all the time we think that when we put extra effort, hard work, the only thing when we will succeed, because society has made the structure, the framework like that. But which which thing feels natural to you, easy to you, effortless to you, that doesn't mean that you cannot find out the success into that. You will find out. And I will say that that is the only way to find the confidence and success and clarity into your life. The thing that what kind of problem you are going to face into that way, that feels more easy than you are facing the problem in the other way, means following other pathway. So you need to follow which is feel more natural to you, more effortless to you, more easy to you. And when that natural, that effortless thing which we will be so strong enough in yourself, then if you are choosing any other pathway, it will force you to pull you back. Then in your life it will have a lot of problems. So you need to choose this as soon as possible, because this is the only thing. You are not going to work in your zone of excellence but zone of genius, because zone of genius is something which you say that the highest version of yourself. This is zone of genius, and everybody nowadays finding their highest version. So just find your zone of genius. So your highest version is what which feels very natural to you. So try to find your zone of genius. And how would you find that? I mentioned that you whatever natural feels to you, what feels effortless to you, that would be your zone of genius. And as we have discussed, confidence is something where when we don't abandon ourselves, when we don't uh, force our voices, suppressed our voices to impress anybody else, to seek the validation from anybody else. So this is how you are able to eliminate the one chaos one by one. This is not my voice, this is not my preferences, this is not my value, this is not my trait, this is not my personality. You are eliminating all those borrowed things. Now you're able to have your actual real self, which then practicing again and again compound into the presence. Let's say communications feels very natural to you. So if you go in front of 500 people to talk, and before that you have prepared enough or not, whatever, and you feel the fear, so you say, oh my god, because I am feeling the fear, so maybe it is not for me. No, if it feels natural to you in the alone time, so it will feel natural to you in front of 500 people. But you need to start. And how would you start? You just have to have this somatic grounding before starting the speech or communication, whatever you have going to give. And then scan all the audience and say something which is present, like whatever, like today is chilly day, let's say I'm talking, and this is chilly winter today. So when you are saying something which is present, so it will pull your mind back into your body. That somatic grounding already have done that. And now this scanning and wording something which is very present, it will again strengthen the idea of pulling your mind back into your mind, into your body, so that your fog, your overthinking will be cleared. And then when you start speaking, when you started said something which is present, then you started, now you can go for your speech. So now it finds natural, now it finds easy, effortless. So this is for you. In the alone time, in front of 500 people, in front of 5,000 people, 10,000 people, 1 million people, this is your pathway. And as we were discussing, confidence is something, the absence of self abandonment. So, in this episode, we have discussed the inner chaos and how to eliminate the inner chaos so that we can find out our values, our preferences, our traits, and practice that inner voices in the real world, that we can say execution. So it will compound enough to be the clarity, and that clarity, when you are again practicing, it become the presence, by doing some kind of things. So when you are doing these kind of things, practicing all these things, so it will not only leads the confidence, but it will leads you to the brilliance which you already possessed, but it was unexpressed because you were not able to find it out because of the chaos. But now you are able to find it out, and I have told you how in this video. So here I made some toolkit on the basis of summarizing all the episode. This is for toolkit in which you need to pause before responding. Okay, pause before responding, that means, let's say, if you have gone to say something in front to your friend or something, and you find they are not valuing you, but you find that, oh my god, I don't have the peers, the friends, the companion. So I need to say, don't say, pause before it, feel the discomfort, and then the discomfort you are feeling, that is the emotion. At that time, acknowledge that emotion, because you are feeling that kind of emotion, so that is witnessing. And acknowledge that, name that, you know name that. When you are naming, as we have discussed in the podcast, that naming the emotion will calm you down, 50% calm you down. And second thing, we are not able to receive the compliment. Whenever anyone say, oh, your dress looks very nice, so we say that, oh yeah, but this is only for this much price, and this is not I have purchased, someone else gifted me. So you start explaining thank you, and then explaining all those things. No, don't do that. Say thank you, and just stop and feel the urge to explain. Let land the discomfort of receiving the compliment. Expand yourself to receive the compliment, and say in your mind, okay, I worn the dress which feels very beautiful. When you are naming that, verbalizing in your head, so your mind find it, okay, she wear a beautiful dress, so she should feel like beautiful today, in that manner, like in beautiful dress she has worn, so she need to feel in that manner. So witness that discomfort, lands that discomfort in yourself. And the second one is, write down self abandonment. Whenever you find in all the day, let's say this day today, and you are going to journal your thoughts into the diary. So write down where you have done the self abandonment today, where you didn't stand with yourself, with your actual voice, with your actual preferences, where your emotion feel like, oh, nobody listened to me. So you just start explaining something to and start overshare. So feel that where you have done this. Write down and then write down how you are not going to do it for the second time. And not but the means last, not the least, the last toolkit is that do that feel easy and natural. Oh wow, that is what we have discussed, that the thing practice which feels natural to you is easy, the things which feel easy to you, that what I have given the example of communication which feels easy to me. So this is what my first podcast. Thank you for seeing me at this point, and bye bye for today. It was very chilly cold today. Bye bye.